Hey, so I'm still in Tel Aviv, and you can see the water behind me and hear the waves, and the sun is obviously out. Um, so I'm here for 2 more days, then once again than expected. So life just keeps bringing shifts and changes in new directions. And what happened this week will touch my soul forever and is bittersweet and profound and is going to be the beginning of a book. So I'm going to do my best to tell this story briefly and hope that it moves some people that are following my journey. But I had a teacher here when I was 16. I went to a program called High School in Israel that touched me forever, or however old I am now. So 16 years old, I came to Israel for what ended up being almost 3 months, a 2-month course called High School in Israel, and it was all about the history of Israel based on location. So we learned from the Torah, we learned from history, we went to location and learned about this place. And from that, something seeped deep into my cells, into my soul about Israel that I've carried with me ever since. And one of the most influential people was my teacher. His name was Lee Diamond. It took me until last week to find him and track him down. At some dinner party 6 months ago, somebody mentioned his name when I was talking about High School in Israel. I was like, how do I get in touch with him? Wrote him a letter. It took until 2 weeks ago for him to reply because he just didn't see it. I was in Uzbekistan, which was a surprise trip, and because I was in Uzbekistan, it meant that I extended my trip here in Israel by another week, so I got to be here for the holiday of Sukkot. And in that, it also meant that I was allowed to see my friend. So Tuesday night, I had dinner with him and some of his friends, and it was just delightful. It was 3 hours of laughing and telling stories and rememberings, and then he wrote a poem. He wrote a poem describing what it means for me to be in love with Israel and Jewish and have this kind of a soul. So as the story goes, we had a beautiful time. It was really touching for him. He introduced me to some of his friends. We had planned to do a project together, and I thought, wow, this is life just bringing things around full circle. And you never know when things are coming back. And then, as it turns out, the next day he died of a heart attack. Very sudden, everybody's shocked. And I was tormented for 3 days of whether I should stay and go to the funeral, since really nobody knows me and he hasn't been in my life for the last 40 years, just in my soul and my heart. But I decided to stay. So I'm staying. I'll be here for a holiday called Simchat Torah, and I'll be here for the funeral and to honor a really amazing man. So anyway, that's the story. I wanted to share it. Hope it moves somebody, but mostly I just wanted people to understand what some of this is like for me. So there you go. Here it is again. I'll share Tel Aviv with you a little bit. I've got the beautiful water. I love being by water. It really feeds my soul. And then you have the city. There's no camels. And every morning I go for a morning bike ride or a walk through the parks, along the beach, through where all the activity is. So my friends, that's it. I guess that's all I need to say, and there will be more coming. So I love you all. Keep me in your thoughts. It's been an incredible journey, and no more words.